What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be an episode from my artistry series. Right now, I'm working on this whip that I've had for like at least a year. So at first, what I did was like I painted it blue. Like I'm pretty sure that this is from like 2022, 2023. I feel like it's really 2022 when I really think about it. And what originally was the background, and it stayed like that for over a year. Basically, I had tried this like bubble technique with like paint and water. So like I get one of those like small like cups that you use for like mouthwash, stuff like that, and I put some paint in there and then like a little bit of soap, and I probably added a little bit of water, and I like mix it up, and then I basically got a straw and I just like blew bubbles off of the cup, if that makes sense. And like I just like basically like let them just like sit on the canvas for a little bit and then let it dry, and that was the end like result when it came to the background. And honestly, I didn't know what to do with it for a very long time. Like I had different ideas, but I really just wasn't feeling an idea like for real like that. And recently, within the last couple months, like this video is old. I'm pretty sure this video is from like December, maybe November, something like that, because I'm actually done with this piece, and I've been done with this for a very long time. Like I literally don't even remember when I finished it, but it's been done for months now. So it's really crazy for me to even like go back and look at these videos. And I don't know, it's something that I'm appreciative of me filming, like not only because, you know, I want to show y'all what I'm working on, because I work on a lot of art. Like when I tell y'all I have so many whips right now and like so many things that I'm actually putting into motion, so many projects. But you know, I love makeup, so that is something that I've been like pouring more into. But I'm also an art teacher, so I feel like now like I've actually had like a moment to kind of work on my personal projects, just because I was doing so much and I really didn't have the time to like sit down and do my art. And honestly, sometimes when it comes to me being an artist, like, you know, I'm teaching, so like I have to like work on certain things and kind of like focus on certain things when it comes to art. So sometimes I just don't even want to do art when it comes to like, you know, my free time outside of school. But I've been feeling really creative lately. Like I recently like finished a couple like pieces, and I'm almost done with a couple ones, and then I started some that I haven't touched in like months. So I'm excited to see, you know, what projects I finish and how things are going to look, you know, when it comes to summertime. Like, you know, I know I'll probably be done with a lot of like paintings and stuff by then. And I'm working on releasing a couple different books. I know the Memphis Public Library is Comic-Con, so I have vended there for like every single one they've had, and I'm just like praying that I get in for this one, because you had to do like a certain application, so it's like kind of limited. So hopefully I get into that one. And then they're having a Comic-Con like actual like drawing contest, and like some of the winners will be in the gallery that's in the Benjamin Hooks Library. That's where they always have the Memphis Public Library's Comic-Con, and I love it. I really have had a good time every time I've gone. Like I've grown so much throughout the years, so it's really funny to see, like, you know, the first setup I did, what was it, 2023, and you know, just planning for what I would do now. So yeah, like my art has come a very long way. I feel like when I was in my like last semester of school, so I graduated December 2020. So I remember my teacher asked me like, is this my personal style? Like when we were doing a like illustration, because this was my like regular illustration class. I took digital like the semester before, but we were doing this project with ink, and I don't even remember what it was, but I think we might have had to do like silhouettes or something, because we were playing with like, you know, different like shading techniques when it comes to ink, but also playing on like, you know, how you can do like negative like silhouette stuff like that, and then line work. So I did this piece, and now that I look at it, like that is my style. Like I feel like I'm so solidified within my style at this point, but I really didn't know what my style was for a very long time. But it makes sense. Like when I look back at my old art pieces and I think about like the stuff that I create now, like it makes so much sense. But I'm actually shocked that I am working with paint. Like I worked with paint a little bit in high school, but that wasn't my favorite medium. My favorite medium during that time was like the like micron pens and watercolor. Like I love them down a bed so much. Like literally my AP art series, I mainly did it in watercolor, the micron pens, like stuff like that. Like it was like collage type, and I absolutely love that series. And it was kind of based on like different like spiritual, like cultural, like myths, or just like practices, and you know, stuff like that. And it's really funny because like I feel like when it comes to like my spirituality, like I've been like aware for a while, but it feels fun to like actually like tap into that. And like I've always been intrigued by different like cultures when it comes to like, you know, mythology and stuff like that, and just the history of different cultures. Like that is something that I would love to like actually like teach about. And then I think about it, like I would love to teach like an art history class and just like a world history, or like I took a push, so like AP history. I think this is what I took. I don't even remember. Oh, I took AP human geography. I'm thinking about the wrong fucking shit. My brain just went all over the place. But yeah, I took AP human geography. I feel like that also kind of like molded my interest in like, you know, the different aspects of life, because we have so many different like ways of being, and I am actually intrigued when it comes to history and stuff like that. Like it just, I don't know, it intrigues me. So if you see me over here doing art history or like anything along like human geography lines, just know that, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. I would love to open up like a genealogy like place in Memphis or like the Mid-South area, because I feel like that's something that's really needed. And I would love to like, you know, do tours and stuff like that. I really want to do a TV show, and I might get that shit off this summer. Like I might for real like get somebody I know to like record it and stuff, and like just go ahead and start it, because I have had this idea for a good little minute now. And like I didn't plan like like I'm talking about like I planned out like what the series is gonna be, places where I can go, like topics or whatever I can like talk about. And I have so many different ideas and like episodes planned out, and a logo, and I have like kind of like a setup, like kind of like a pitch. Basically, that was like my game plan. So if y'all see me dropping something, just know that this is something that I truly honestly care about, and I want to be able to like spread the word and like just kind of be a advocate when it comes to our history, and just like making sure that people know what has gone on before us, because I feel like that's really important for us to like understand like what's happening around us now. We have to understand the history, the culture, like why things are the way that they are. And that's just something that like I like to learn about. Like I love to learn about like the new things that people are like, discovering. Like I subscribe to National Geographic magazine, and at first I was going back and forth about it, because I was like, do I really need that? And I'm like, yeah, you might as well, because like I read the articles all the time, and some of the articles I can't read the full thing because I didn't have like an account. And growing up, like I used to read those magazines all the time, so it just felt like something nice where I can like actually learn about like the different like cultures, like, and then also like animals and like certain things that are going on. Because there's one where it's like they found some like, I don't even know what it was. It's like a fossil of like a person from like, I'm talking about centuries ago, like back in the day. And they were like basically discovering like a new, I don't even know how to explain it, but like it was a group of people, but they really didn't know about like all the people, or like it was something like that they like found with the fossil or like the bone, and it was like changing like shit up for real. And like somebody does like these sculptures, oh my gosh, like I'm telling you, this shit look real as hell. And ooh, Lord have mercy. But anyways, this is the piece that has been done for a little bit. So basically when it comes to my paintings, like I will paint, like sometimes I'll just go ahead and paint the background. That's usually my go-to. Paint the background, and then I start like painting like the main like focuses when it comes to the piece. Like what do I want to be seen the most? And then like I will let that dry, and then I'll like start adding elements in the middle ground, in the background, just kind of like balance it out. That's usually my game plan when it comes to my art like this. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I cover up a lot of canvases. So like, you know, some of these paintings that y'all have seen in some of the recent videos, they no longer exist because like I covered it up with something. And that's just something that I like to do. Like if I don't like an idea, like sometimes I don't even realize that I don't like want to do the project anymore, or like the idea is just not what I am intrigued by anymore. Like I don't know if this is what I should be like trying to portray. And usually if I'm like, you know what, at this point I want to use a canvas for something else, I will usually use black paint or go ahead and paint whatever the background is, just cover it up. That way I have like a blank canvas to look at and like kind of figure out an idea of like what do I want to create now, because I'm not gonna waste my canvas. Like I am painting on canvases that I've had years ago, and once I actually like get all this stuff finished, then I will buy some more canvases. But I kind of want to like switch my mediums a little bit, and I've been thinking about kind of like mixing like markers and color pencils with like ink pens and like paint pens and stuff like that. So I'm gonna play around with a couple different ideas in the like near future and see what I like, because Sharpie has these like new paint pens and they're definitely cheaper than Posca, and I've tried their black and white ones and I actually like them. So I kind of want to try the color ones and see how they work and like see how it looks when it comes to me actually like illustrating stuff, because I really want to like delve into like product design and like business logos and promos and stuff like that, and flyer design. So you will definitely be seeing some stuff like that coming up soon, because I'm just going to create stuff. Like I feel like when it comes to my art, you want people to kind of like reach out and like give you these dream projects, but sometimes like you have to kind of like give yourself like the dream projects or like the area of like expertise that you want to focus in. Like if I want to do mixtape covers, which I do want to get back into that, I just need to start like creating some just to have a portfolio of it, because when people like see like actual like tangible like projects and stuff like that that you've worked on, they feel a little bit more confident and like they're like, okay, you know, this can actually work out. But if you're like just waiting on them to bet on you, some of these people won't do that. Some of these people will not bet on you. Like they need to see the proof, like the proof in the pudding. They need to see this shit. So I have a couple different things that I will be working on. Like when I tell you I have like 10 million projects I'm working on for like all these different mediums and stuff. Like it's some I'm working in paint a lot. I did some like work the other day, and I'm going to be doing another art update soon. So I'm trying to get out an artistry episode like at least once a week. That's my goal. So I'm trying to like, you know, actually like film a little bit more when I work, because usually I just go for it and I don't even want to like turn on the camera, because that means I have to be like in line and focus the entire time. And sometimes I'm not feeling like being like all that. Like I don't want to set stuff up. I just want to paint and just like get into it. So I really want to like start actually like intentionally planning like some art like related YouTube videos. So I would love if y'all just tell me like what do y'all want to see. Like do y'all want to see me work with certain mediums? Like do you want to see like a certain subject matter, or like do I need to do a how-to, or like my tips and tricks when it comes to working with certain mediums? Just let me know, because I want to make more art. Honestly, like I'm trying to be more creative and really like tap into that stuff, because I feel like the more practice you get, like easier things come. Like when it comes to like the time, like I can create some like paintings and stuff so fast now, just because it's like basically like second nature, because I've been doing a lot of landscape paintings, and like I have an idea, like I know how I like to use like certain products and stuff, so it makes the process go by a little bit faster, because it's just something that I'm used to. So I'm trying to focus on different mediums and like pour into different things, because I'm a multifaceted artist. I feel like my favorite medium right now, crazy enough, is paint, because that was my least favorite medium like for years. Like years. Like I'm telling you, I hated when we had to do paint projects, just because I wasn't really comfortable with it. Because when it comes to art, like I feel like the products at that time, like with the stuff that I was around, the products that get the most attention or the things that win are usually the things that are more realistic, and that was never really my wheelhouse. Like I mean, I've done, you know, somewhat realistic paintings, but I've always had an illustrative style, and I felt like I would never win, or I would never be able to like, you know, do certain things, because I always saw the realistic, you know, portrait realism like, or surrealism, like I saw those pieces getting the most attention. And it's like I was pushing the boundaries. Like I'm telling you, some of the artwork I was doing, like it's nothing that like you would necessarily see, and I felt like the subject matter, you know, is a lot more different. Like I am a kooky ass bitch, So I was doing like like I said earlier, like supernatural stuff or like mythology, and then like just things that weren't typical for the environment that I was in. But it feels really good to be where I'm at now and like to actually have fun with when it comes to like painting with acrylic, because I absolutely love it. Like, I honestly love it more than color pencils, and color pencils were my favorite for years. Like, that was my medium a couple years ago. And it's so crazy because at that point when I first picked up a color pencil, like after college, like it had been years since I had actually like used them. I feel like the last project I had with them was probably in like high school. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, because I literally was using like my old high school art pencils that like I had saved up because I never really used them like that. Like, I used it for whatever projects we had in class with them. But other than that, like I was working with watercolor and those micron pens like that. That was my stuff. Like, that's what I did most of my work in. But I love paint. I would love to one day try oil paint, but like there's certain things that you have to do and make sure like there's good ventilation, all that stuff. That's for when I have like a different type of studio, like something that I can open up some windows, do what I do. Like, yeah, but not right now. I want to get back into oil pastels a little bit. Like, oil pastels were one of my favorite mediums, like right after I graduated from college. Like, I created so many different objects or pieces with it. But anyway, I just realized the video is almost up. But I love y'all so much and I'll talk to you later. Bye.